Hi, my name is Kalon Kinnaman, and I am the neurodiversity specialist and postdoc resident at the Counseling and Wellness Center. And today I'm sitting here with Gabrielle Hope Foucault. How do you say your last name? I think I say it different every time. Foucault.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Foucault. Now we know. You can impress everybody with your insider knowledge. So Gabrielle is the group therapy program coordinator and staff therapist, and also leads some groups herself. So we're going to talk about groups today. Gabrielle, you have said there's a lot of myths out there about groups and things that you'd like people to know. So what are some of those myths, and how would you respond to them?
Yeah. So one myth that comes up a lot is that individual therapy is more effective than group therapy, and that group therapy won't be helpful. And so I talk with students about the fact that, yes, individual therapy is effective, yet there are some concerns that students come in with where group therapy could be even more effective than individual therapy. Because in group therapy, not only are you able to access the expertise of the counselors as group leaders, you also are able to get feedback from your peers, fellow students, and you're able to learn skills and practice skills with other students, which can be really helpful and even more effective than individual therapy at times. Another myth that comes up a lot is students talk about feeling really nervous and anxious about attending group therapy. And first of all, anytime we do something new, it is anxiety provoking. That's very normal. And so group therapy can be an activity that's new for you. So it feels kind of anxiety producing. And I would say the majority of people have that experience. And for lack of a better word, it's very normal to feel that way. Yet I consistently get feedback from students that feeling of anxiety and nervousness decreases over time as you get to know the structure of the group, you get to know the group leaders, the counselors, and you get to know the other group members. Another big thing that comes up a lot is the belief that if you attend group therapy, you will be forced to talk.
Yeah.
No one ever is forced to talk. So it's up to students in terms of how much they talk in group, how much or little. Everyone has their own way of processing information. Some people are, they are external processors and they like to talk more. Some people are more internal and they sit back and listen. No one is ever forced to talk in group. So those are the big ones that I like to talk about a lot.
So someone might be invited to talk, but they're not going to be forced to talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. A student always has the ability to say pass or no thank you if they're invited to talk.
Yeah. Great. That's really helpful. And so you've gotten probably a lot of feedback about what students think about group. What kind of things have you heard?
Yeah, so at the end of every quarter, students complete a confidential feedback survey. And so we get direct feedback from students. And consistently, the majority of people talk about how helpful group is. Some of the main points that come up are, one being knowing that a student is not alone in their experience, like recognizing that, oh, I'm not the only one feeling this way, or I'm not the only one who's experienced this thing, and how helpful that can be in terms of decreasing feelings of distress. Students talk about how helpful it is to learn skills and practice skills in group sessions. Students talk a lot about really enjoying the consistency of the group, knowing that group is happening every week at the same day, at the same time. It provides like somewhat of an anchor or a way of grounding them and allowing them time set aside to really focus on self-care and growth. So really enjoying having that consistency. And students talk about, really having the experience of group, not only improving their mental health, but their overall feeling of well-being. And, I get a lot of feedback from students that those are the common themes that come up that I think would be really helpful for students to know who haven't participated in group before.
It almost seems like group, I like the idea of group is almost a twofer, or even exponentially. Like you get the benefits of individual, but then you also get some of the things that make people nervous about it are actually some of the things that make it really powerful.
Right.
Because you've got that social connection with other people who have similar issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Now you know what your peers and classmates are thinking about group, and you don't have to take our word for it. So before we go, what's a fun fact about you that you'd be willing to share with the rest of the community?
Yeah, so a fun fact about me is I have a 19-year-old orange tabby long-haired cat who likes to attend staff meetings when I
He
work
really
from
does.
home.
Yeah.
So we'll have Zoom meetings, and either he's already in the room with me and he likes to jump on my lap and then he
That's
says
right.
hello to everyone, or he'll like to pound on the door.
Let me in.
And while
Yeah.
I'm in the meeting,
No meetings
so
without
I'll
me.
let
Yeah.
him in, and so he, he really
19.
enjoys. He's 19.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
He's a really big, fluffy,
Yeah.
like monster cat. He's
He
so
is.
sweet.
He's
Yeah.
so sweet. He's a happy
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Well, I've heard that maybe there might even be a photo of Rex in one of the
Maybe.
Be Well newsletters for
Maybe.
people who sign up.
Yeah,
So
check it out. You can see Rex.
see Rex. So check the end of the video for more information about the many groups we offer at CWC and then how you can get connected. So we hope you'll come check them out.
Thank you.